Hi, my name's May and welcome to my creative castle. Today's video is a yarn unboxing from the Knit Picks and We Crochet summer yarn sale. If you're a returning viewer, you know I love to shop at Knit Picks and We Crochet, and you also know why. And thank you for your patience while I briefly introduce myself to anybody who might be new to my channel. Hi, my name's May. I love yarn. I love to knit and crochet. Those are my hobbies. And I also happen to have been born legally blind, completely colorblind. And so I really mostly knit and crochet by feel. So in today's video, we're going to go over, if you're familiar with Knit Picks and We Crochet and how they do their summer yarn sale. It's kind of like a 6-week event, right? Where each week there's different specials, so you get like sales, and then there'll be, usually they do it by weight, where like during a certain week the sport weight yarns are an additional 10% off the sale prices, and then the worsted weight, and then the bulky and the chunky. Okay, so I do my orders by week during the summer yarn sale. So instead of having one great big yarn haul, we have 3. And so they're smaller orders, but really, I still spent way too much money on yarn at the summer yarn sale, like always, right? It's a whole event. So, so that's what we got here. I have posted my video of my yarn unboxing for the sport weight. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you, because I always am, right? I've already recorded my video for the worsted weight order from the summer yarn sale. I was going to post that next, but I'm thinking I might do the bulky one next and post that next, because we got to tap into this box. We might need to use some of this stuff coming up here for our upcoming fall projects, okay? So, let's get into it, right? What did I get? Now, I am so excited that Knit Picks and We Crochet are starting to carry other brands of yarn, okay? They are also starting to carry Lion Brand now and Barocco, and I'm excited because sometimes Knit Picks has better deals on Lion Brand yarn than Lion Brand, and so that's what was going on with the summer yarn sale. I got some of the Lion Brand Wool Ease Thick and Quick. It's a super bulky yarn. I would say you can use like a 9 or a 10 millimeter knitting needle and crochet hook on this yarn. This is it's a great yarn. It is I've been buying Wool Ease Thick and Quick. I've been buying the Wool Ease family of yarns for years, and they are about 80% acrylic and 20% wool. They are a machine washable, easy care yarn. So I just got some in the color black. I just like to have some neutrals around, right? So that's what we got here. These are some big hefty skeins. They are about 100, I'm trying to remember the exact yardage. I think they're about 100, 105, 106 yards, somewhere in there. Here's one peeking out, here, a little strand. You can see just how thick. When they say thick and quick, they mean thick and quick. Look at the size. Look at the size. Yes, you can. I've used this stuff. In fact, I have a video of me for Christmas in July on my channel where I am crocheting with some Wool Ease Thick and Quick, and that color celebration, we're making a Christmas stocking together. So this is what that is in the black. I just like neutrals. Yes, I do knit and crochet with black because I don't have to worry about whether or not I can see my stitches since I work by feel. So we got some of that. Super excited about that. And as I said, they are also carrying some Barocco yarns now, so I'm excited about that. We got some Barocco vintage chunky in the house, right? This is a number 5 yarn. It is about 100. I want to say these are hanks. These are the big hanks that you got to wind yourself. They are probably about 130, 131, 136, somewhere in there, yards per hank. I got the color, I think it's gray or maybe storm or something like that, but kind of a darker gray. has a number 5. I'm guessing you could probably use a size 9, a size 9 millimeter knitting needle, and probably about a 6.5 to 8 millimeter crochet hook on these. These are machine wash, cold, gentle, lay flat to dry, and I believe they're about 50%. I want to say 50% acrylic. It might be 52, something like that. But they're a blend of acrylic, wool, and nylon. I think the nylon's about 8%, so it might be like 42% wool or 52% acrylic, somewhere in there. I don't remember the exacts. But this is also one of those nice, it's a nice machine washable yarn. I think both of these, because they're machine washable acrylic wool blends, you get kind of the warmth, of the wool. Like with the wool ease, you can definitely feel the wool in there, but it's not too scratchy, and the acrylic makes it really durable, and it makes it a little longer lasting, makes it a little easier care. I think both of these would be great for blankets. I think the wool ease would be great for cardies. The wool ease thick and quick, I think is great for cardies, blankets, scarves, that kind of a thing. And I'm thinking the same thing with the Barocco Vintage Chunky. I think that this also could be great for blankets. I think it could also be great for cardies. That would just be my guesses on that one. So what else is in the box? Okay, so I got super into, okay. So they've got the Lion brand DIY Glow Chenille. These are a number 6 polyester yarn. I got a 3-pack in the pearl, and then I got, these are pretty pricey, okay? There's not a whole lot of yardage here. I'm going to be honest with you. I think these are something like 30, 40, 50 yards at the most or something. There's not a lot of yardage, and they're pricey. They're probably about 6. I know I got them on sale. It's the only way I'm going to buy this stuff is when it's on sale. So I think I got these for about 30% off. I think most of my yarns I got, like I know my Barocco I got for at least 30% off. I think most of these are about 30% off. Now one of these, I got one in purple, one in gray. I am colorblind. I cannot tell the difference right now. Which one's purple, which one's gray. But as much as I would have wanted to get more of these glow yarns, they're just expensive. You don't get a lot of yardage, and they're about $6.50, $7 I think for, like, 30 or 40 yards. So I think they're going to be super fun for maybe accents on projects, little decor kind of a thing. But they're not nearly as soft as some of the other chenille. I've felt other chenille yarns that are much, much softer than this, I'll be honest with you. But these would make still, the glow yarns, I still think would make great Halloween projects. And I think kids would love these, right? Maybe you can like accent their Halloween costumes or something, with this kind of yarn. Would be really fun. I think, it'd be pretty pricey to do a big project with them. But of course, you know what? You can do what you want if it's your money, right? Spend it how you want. If you want to spend your money on, bulky, glow-in-the-dark yarns, by all means. So, yeah, they're not the softest, and you don't get a lot of yardage, but I think they will be really fun. I don't know how they glow, okay? I don't. But we got that. Okay, let's see. I did buy some crochet hooks. We are going to talk about the crochet hooks in a minute. I got some of the Comfy Bulky, if you watch my channel. I love the Comfy, the Comfy worsted. It's about 75% Pima cotton, I believe. 25% acrylic, machine wash, tumble dry. It's another easy care yarn. I have worked with pretty extensively with the Comfy worsted. I've made shorts with the Comfy worsted. I've made skirts. I have a granny square skirt on my channel that I made with Comfy worsted. I've also worked with the Comfy fingering. I knit the Granita tank top with y'all, at a comfy fingering is the super, super soft machine wash, easy care yarn. I think it'd be great for baby projects, great for tank tops, great for summer wear. So I'm thinking the bulky could possibly be good for blankets. We'll have to see how much it shrinks up, right? How much shrinkage do you get? I have noticed that with my own garments that I've made. There is just a little bit of shrinkage, you know, so that's the thing to keep in mind if you're making a blanket. You might get some shrinkage. This is in the color Marina, which I believe is like a blue-green mix, I believe. And these skeins are about 100 and I'd say 136, I think, somewhere in there. These are nice, big, hefty skeins. Yeah, and I haven't worked with the Comfy Bulky before, but I'm guessing that it's just as soft and just as nice as the Comfy Worsted and the Comfy Fingering. I love working with Comfy Worsted. I love working with Comfy Fingering. So I'm guessing that this is just as nice to work with. I'm guessing it's just as soft and, you know, blankets, cardies, sweaters, anything like that where you really want the yardage to go a long ways. I think it could be nice to have it in the heftier weight. I would probably use a 5.5 knitting needle on this, and probably again, probably your 6.5 crochet hook. That'd be my guess on that. Okay, what else is in the box? What else did they order? I got the wonderfluff. The wonderfluff. This is a number 5. We got some wonderfluff in the cobblestone ombre. Look at that. That's so pretty. Even in the gray, it's just beautiful. It's an ombre, so it goes from dark to light. These are super soft. These are 70% baby alpaca. And then I'm trying to think, the exact mix is merino wool. The other 30% is merino wool and nylon. I want to say it's about 23% merino wool, but I could be a little off. And then about 7% nylon. Super, super soft. Obviously, these are going to be hand wash, right? This is not a super wash, and with the baby alpaca, you wouldn't want to. I think the nylon's really going to give it some strength, though. So I think that's a nice blend. These are really soft. I think these would make great cardies. I think cardies and sweaters even, just like it's so soft. This is definitely like a wear next to your skin kind of a yarn. It is. I mean, it's a hand wash thing, but I would definitely make sweaters. I got the cobblestone to complement. You can get your wonderfluff ombres, and then they have the wonderfluff in the solids, right? So you get wonderfluff solids in the bulky. So this is the whole 10-pack in the cobblestone. And then you can get an ombre to complement it. So that's nice. Sometimes I like to get 2 of the ombres and, you know, imagine a scarf where you do 2 ends and they meet in the middle. So maybe you've got the lighter on the outside of each end of your scarf, and then, you know, they meet with the solid. But I also picture sweaters where maybe you start in the center and you do the neckline of your sweater in the lighter color, and then the body turns into the darker gray, and then you can just finish off the body in the solid gray, right? That's kind of what I see with these ombres and these solids together. I think you could do that with cardies, but I think you could just do it with sweaters too. Just do like a circular yoke. That's what I envision with this, is maybe like just either a cardie or a circular yoke sweater with the ombre at the top, and then the rest of it in the solid. So that's what we got. We got a wonderfluff ombre, cobblestone to complement the solids in the cobblestone. Okay, and we got some of the fairy tale fur. Yeah, I love fairy tale fur. Fairy tale fur is a number 6 super bulky 100% polyester yarn. This you can knit up with, I'd say, a 5.5, 6.5 millimeter knitting needle, and you can crochet with it with a 6 milli, 8 millimeter crochet hook. Now the instructions on this do say hand wash. I have put some of it in my washing machine, and it turns out fine. Okay, it does. I have not put it in the dryer because I don't use my dryer, so I can't tell you how or if it will survive the dryer, but you can wash it. So I have it in the color Corvo, and then they have the color white, which they call Ice Bar. I have made I love this yarn. I've made all kinds of stuff with it. I have made hats and scarves, fingerless gloves. I made a full-on faux fur swing coat in the black, okay? And Mr. Bear is made out of the fairy tale fur, okay? And he's a free pattern on Knit Picks. So you can get this fairy tale yarn and you can make yourself a Mr. Bear in black or white or pink or brown or gray or whatever. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. As somebody who's been shopping for yarn for a long time, I kind of think that they might be looking at discontinuing this yarn because Mr. Bear is in the color pumice. They have not restocked the pumice in months. I'm seeing them sort of colors that they're out of, and they're not restocking it. Like the white, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I put all the white that they had in my cart during the sale. I tried to get 10, and they said we only have 7 in stock. I did. I took them all. And they haven't restocked it. I kind of think they're not going to restock it, but they might. Maybe they just can't get it from the supplier now. Maybe it's going to come back in the fall. Sometimes because it's summer, they're not buying and manufacturing some of these winter yarns. So I could be wrong. I haven't heard anything from Knit Picks and We Crochet. They haven't said a word to me. I don't have any inside scoop on that. So it is possible that just because it's summertime, they're not restocking it right now, that they're just trying to, focus on their cottons and their comfies and their cotton linen and worried about summer yarns. It's possible that they'll get more of this in the fall and in the winter for winter projects, but it's also possible that they won't. So I think that's got to be on the list. If you want it, I would say get it. So we got that. And let's see. We got, okay, I just did a video on the wool of the Andes because it is the yarn of the month, or was the yarn of the month for August. So I already did a video on it, and I even said during that video that I probably, already ordered some more of this without checking my inventory because I already had the Holly Berry in the bulky, right? This is the Super Wash Bulky wool of the Andes and Holly Berry. I said I probably ordered some of this and I already have it because I just get excited about yarn sales, right? And I buy it. So guess what? Guess who bought more of the wool of the Andes Super Wash Bulky in the color Holly Berry? I'm thinking I could use this for my cardi. I got a project coming up. This might be the yarn that we use. And let's talk about some crochet hooks really fast. So they have these Fire Shimmer crochet hooks, okay? These are like a resin style crochet hook, and I did buy some of these because they were on sale. They're normally like $20. They were on sale for I think $14. They were 30% off, and then I got the additional 10% off. So I got these for about 40% off, which is a good deal. I love sales. So anyways, I'm going to make these are a resin hook. I'm going to make a whole other video just discussing crochet hooks, different styles, different materials, pros and cons. I'm going to be honest with you. I have, I've opened this box already. I did. And some of my yarn unboxings, I opened the box with you. This one, I did not. I did want to get into this box and start playing with my crochet hooks. I'm going to make a whole video looking at probably 5 or 6 different styles, talking about different features, pros and cons, and that we're all individuals and we're all going to have different needs in our crochet hooks, okay? These ended up, I was super excited about the sale. I've been eyeing these for a long time, really wanted them. I don't think they're a great hook for me. We'll talk about that in another video. Okay, well that's my order from the Knit Picks We Crochet Summer Yarn Sale bulky portion of the sale. Yay! So say hello in the comment section. Let me know. Did you shop the Knit Picks We Crochet Summer Sale? Did ya? Are you like me, where you're just going to maximize those discounts, even if it means, you know, getting orders week after week and the different specials? Because that's how I do it. I'm thrifty that way. I'd rather wait another week, get the next deal. Okay, so let me know if you've worked with any of these yarns. Let me know if you bought the wonderfluff, the comfy bulky, the Barocco. Are you excited as I am that Knit Picks is carrying Lion Brand and Barocco yarns? Yeah, I am. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed looking at yarn. I always love looking at yarn, seeing what everybody's got. Fun stuff to me. Alrighty, my friends. Well, thanks so much for listening. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye-bye for now.